Hey everyone, welcome back to the Xenoblade Chronicles stream playthrough. We've reached a critical point in the story. Not quite the endgame, mind you, but the business we're about to face will render a certain area of the game inaccessible. Thus, if you have any missions left in Lorithia, the Mechonis capital, I'd strongly recommend you complete them now before advancing beyond this point. You will not get a chance later on. It's a bit like the Sword Valley situation earlier, and I think you can guess what I mean by that. Oh, and it goes without saying that spoilers from this point on are going to be relentless and somewhat confusing. I mean it. I completed the game during my brief internet downtime, and I still don't understand half of what happened. And I play Kingdom Hearts games, for Christ's sake. Now, to business. Level-wise, you want to be about 75 or so, and make sure you equip the best armor and weapons you have on you, and gem them up as best you can. Make sure your arts are leveled up a lot too, especially your Monado arts. Having shield, speed and armor at level 8 and above will save you a lot of headaches from here on out, trust me. If you're looking for a great place to level up, there's an area in Guar Plains just past the bridge where a bunch of giant apes called Gogols hang out. Killing them will net you around 5,000 EXP or so, making it one of the best grinding areas in the game. And I think that pretty much covers it. To reiterate, complete the Lorithia side quest before continuing. Make sure your team's fully prepared. I recommend Ricky and Charlotte as your teammates, by the way. And watch out for spoilers. Let's begin.
Hello.
I've pretty much come to terms at this point with the fact that Elvis will never be a party member. Oh well, we would have made a great team, Elvis, you and me, cutting down Mechon and other assorted monsters like there weren't no tomorrow. And you, Dixon, you would have been cool too. Oh, don't you worry, Dixon. Eggel's about to get his, I promise you that. It's action time. Game on.
So, you worms have finally arrived.
Yeah, sorry about that, Eggle. When your internet's down due to server issues and whatnot, it can kind of put a bit of a cramp in recording video games for the internet. Just be thankful this wasn't Kingdom Hearts 2. You would have been waiting for 9 months in that case.
My reasons are clear and truer than yours.
What's that?
Look, it's Bionis.
May the roar of the Mechonis be the wrath of my people.
Right arm. What was on the right arm? Wasn't Magna Forest.
How many
HFC's on the back. Ah, Valak Mountain. What have you got against Valak Mountain anyway? That's like the second time you've attacked it now. I'm beginning to think his robot dog was buried in an avalanche when he was a kid or something.
Stop this! You'll destroy the Bionis. Let us put an end to our torment.
It ends when I say it ends.
Yeah, I take back that gentleman comment I made in a previous part. Eggo, you're acting like a gigantic baby right now. Oh, my plans are truer than yours. My temper tantrum ends when I say it ends.
Pure nonsense. That thing lurking within the Homs girl is no longer our god. This world no longer has a need for gods.
Egil! Stop it!
Face me, Shulk, successor of Zanza. I'll crush the Bionis and spread its ashes across the world. Then I'll turn the Monado into dust. Only then will there be peace.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you. I have actually fought this boss before. While my internet was out for those 2 weeks, I got so bored and frustrated that I just started playing Xenoblade, and I actually completed it, so now I actually know the correct strategies for all the bosses coming up. This one, wail on it, that's all you need to do. It may look intimidating, with its giant golden frame and sword and whatnot, but like with most giant bosses, they keep it stationary in a pit, because otherwise, if this giant thing started flying about, it would just overwhelm the player. They'd have to program the camera to be so precise in order to be able to keep up with it and the boss, and it would still be a bit of a clusterfuck really. I mean, sure, some games handle this very well, like Shadow of the Colossus, but those bosses move very slowly, and they're designed to be crawled about on and whatnot. This guy'd be like all up in your grill saying, "Oh, you want to see the game? Well, fuck you, bitch, here's a giant golden middle finger." Oh, the good old summoning mooks to try and distract the player's strategy. Too bad I can cut through them like paper at this point. God, I love being overleveled. Even if I maxed out shield, I won't be able to block that. Oh god. Okay. Destroy the generators. Got it. That I can deal with. By the by, this is Monado Twister, the art we learned at the end of part 15. Perfect for toppling groups of enemies that are suffering break, which essentially means Ryan is going to be benched for the rest of the game. Oh well, he did his duty, for the most part. Then Dumban came along and stole all of his thunder. Oh Ryan, you're everybody's bitch, aren't you?
Come on, we can do it! Yeah! We can definitely do this! Dunban, it's okay!
Okay, 2 down, 1 more to go. Don't panic, you have plenty of time. About 2 minutes worth actually, which is kind of absurd considering how easy this challenge is, but oh well. Hell yeah, now it's time to bring the pain to Yaldamar. Come on Eggle, let's dance. Oh guys, I wanted the killing blow. Shulk never gets to have any fun.
Incredible. Whoa.
Decapitation! Oh wow, that was almost a real decapitation. Your swordsmanship has come on in leaps and bounds, Shulk. That was fantastically aimed.
Kill him. Kill him.
That voice. Who is that?
Strike him down.
I will. I'll kill him. 1,000 times.
That's right kids, when strange voices inside your head tell you to do things, just do it. Nothing bad will ever come from it. Look at Eggle,
Yes.
He's going to be eating muffins any second now. And by muffins, I mean the tip of the Monado's blade.
For Fiora. For the Emperor. For my home.
You must find your Monado.
What does that even mean, Alvis? Really? Is it Nirvana? Does the Monado represent Nirvana? Are you telling me to find inner peace? Will killing Eggle help me find inner peace? Because I'm fine either way, to be honest. Oh my god. It's a montage of morals. It's like every RPG cliche in existence rolled up into one cutscene. My mind is overloading too much heavy-handed bullshit!
No! This isn't what I want!
Shulk! No! Brother!
Oh please, did you really think Shulk was gonna murder someone? He's not that kind of protagonist. He's not an anti-hero. Don't mind me, just gonna chill out here. Please don't stab me in the back, that would be most uncool.
Why didn't you do it? Killing me would have saved your world.
Yeah, but it would have also ended the game on a rather anticlimactic note. I mean, where's the multiple forms? Where's the bullshit difficulty spike? This isn't a final boss.
Both share the same pain. Egil, I don't have any reason to kill you.
Yeah, other than the fact that he ordered the attack on your colony, had your girlfriend murdered, turned her into a cyborg, and basically made the life of every hob and pretty much every other sentient race on Bionis a living hell. Yep, no reason whatsoever to kill him.
Even then,
I can't kill you, but I can stop your blade.
I have many powers. All of them can stop your blade.
Again until
Except Purge. Purge is a bit
understand
shit.
each other. Okay.
you have used the Monado well. But do you honestly believe you are its master? Mechonis and Bionis once lived in harmony.
Oh, this sounds like a flashback. Best hunker down, get some popcorn. This might take a while.
Peace, without hatred or strife.
Egil, why do you think we were born?
Ah, philosophy. Alas, I'm not very good at answering such questions.
If truth be told, my specialised subject is mass genocide, but try not to read too much into that, my friend.
Lady Mechonis once said that aside from the Bionis and the Mechonis, this world is filled with nothing but boundless ocean.
Again with the Kingdom Hearts parallels. Remember the endless ocean that Riku wanted to escape from? Escape to another world? Oh, it's all there. Keep listening, there's more.
Say goodbye to our creators, our world. But one day our descendants will. They will leave this place and depart for new worlds, worlds we have never imagined, by strength of their will alone.
Or to put it another way, their strength of heart. I'm not saying it's ripping off some of the themes of Kingdom Hearts or anything, because that kind of thing is prevalent throughout a lot of Japanese RPGs. It's just kind of jarring when you're a big fan of Kingdom Hearts and then you come and play this. It's like, what the hell? What's going on here?
Live in peace and harmony, and take care of one another. I wish this for the future of our descendants.
Yes, I too desire this. Arglus.
Wait, what? Wasn't that guy called Zanza?
Everybody shared
Oh
the
god.
belief that the
I
prosperity
sense
of the
JRPG plot
world
twist
would
shenanigans
continue for
approaching.
all eternity.
Brace yourselves.
It would have done, were it not for the Monado. The Monado refused to permit the existence of the Mechonis. Or rather, the existence of anything but itself.
Turns out the Monado's just a petty little bitch. I bet it's just jealous that the Master Sword gets all the attention, really.
And one day, it took control of my friend Arglus. And he became Zanza.
Let this be a lesson to you, kid. Don't pick up swords you find lying around. You may just get possessed by evil spirits.
I don't understand.
Welp, you're about to. And to the people watching, this is really your last chance to turn off the video before all the spoilers come out to play. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Zanza is the Monado. The two are one and the same. In order to perpetuate the existence of his soul, Zanza inhabits beings of Bionis. But you appear to be different.
What do you mean?
I can see it. How well you retained a sense of self. Perhaps you can break the curse of Zanza. And was that not precisely our wish, Lady Mechonis?
I don't know much about any curse. For now, all I can do is this, Egil. We can live in peace again.
Again? I see. Yes, you're right.
Oh come on, that's a dick move. This was a friendship moment, not a shooting people in the chest moment.
No!
And really, there's only one person it could have been. Besides Charlotte and Afaron, who else uses guns in this game? That's right, it's Dixon!
You shouldn't have done that. Little brat.
And I tell you, he is really living up to his name. He's a dick, son. Man, over 76 hours? I can't remember the last game I spent so much time on. Maybe Pokemon Red? Definitely one of the Pokemon games. Lots of grinding and whatnot.
Shulk!
Oh, Eggle, I knew you cared. Do you want to be in the party? Alva's kind of brushed me off, and as for Dixon, I'm pretty sure he's playing for the other side, if you catch my drift.
Don't you kids ever shut up. I'm just doing my job, as always. Right?
Who are you?
It's you. Yes. Now you remember.
I knew it. I knew he was related to the Giants. Ever since I saw Zanza for the first time, I thought, hey, he kind of looks a bit like Dixon, facial hair-wise.
Zanza's disciple? Eggle, what do you mean? Dixon, what are you?
I don't have to explain anything. As they say, seeing is believing.
Oh god, shit's about to get real.
Witness it with your own eyes. The moment of Lord Zanza's return.
Shulk! Get away from him! No! Ah!
Zanza! I won't let you do this!
Suck spirit bomb, bitch. And Shulk's like, lol, no. Man, if whatever's possessing Shulk can do something like that, God knows what it's going to do to us. I think it's safe to be a little bit scared right now.
Shulk! Wait, who's this guy? Zanza.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the spirit of the Monado. He is fabulousness incarnate.
Time can flow only towards the inevitable.
Trust me, you may think he looks a little bit weak and dainty, but it's always the kind of androgynous characters in RPGs that deal the most damage. Be afraid, this guy is a living, breathing god.
This was all predestined. Ever since
Laser wings? Who do you think you are? Taboo?
What do you mean? Zanza grew tired from our battle. And then the High-Entier ancestors trapped him. His flesh was sealed away on Prison Island. His soul, and hence the Monado, was confined to Osse Tower.
In those ruins? But what does this have to do with Shulk?
Did you forget? Who discovered those ruins? Who happened to be there? Who was the survivor we found?
Oh man, this is coming together now, and it's all too sinister.
What are you saying? You planned all this when you found Shulk?
I should have realised this from the start. How could Shulk be the only survivor? He was just a kid then.
There was never anyone called Shulk to begin with.
What?
my soul existed inside the Monado. It was fated that I be released. It was shown to me in a vision. At last the time finally came, and then...
The people who found the Monado and freed it awoke Zanza. He sucked the lives from them, so he could live. Shulk was among them.
Shulk was already dead!
Oh man, no, come on, don't do this.
You grew up with an empty shell.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not a fan of RPG cliches where it turns out the main character was not who you thought he was, or they weren't there, like, throughout the entire story. It's kind of like a bait and switch, really. I hope this gets resolved in a non-cliched manner. Oh, I don't know how to feel right now.
Just like Mayneth over there. Call that corpse a friend? Don't make me laugh.
But why use Shulk? What was it that made you select Shulk as your vessel?
There was no particular reason. Shulk merely happened to be there at the time.
Would have been funny if a random Nopon happened to be passing at the time. You know, like those researchers on Valak Mountain.
As long as they could swing a sword around at least.
I don't know, it'd just be funny to see someone as cute and diminutive as Ricky wield that amount of power.
To save us.
All because of Lord Zanza. Lord Zanza can see the passage of fate. He simply led you to the inevitable. The destruction of Colony 9. The death of that pompous old high-entier fool. And that grunt Gaddo's miserable demise. All of it.
You evil.
Yeah!
Yes, come on Dixon, finish the job, do it!
We haven't even got to the best part.
What are you gonna do, Dixon?
Don't you get it? You're just in the way. The lot of you. This world was created by Lord Zanza. By the very Bionis itself. Then you things think you can just spring up all over the place.
All life that is born from me must be returned to me eventually to complete the cycle. For me to continue my existence as before, then all must be restored to its former order.
In other words, the destruction and recreation of the world. Nothing more to it.
First, we must eliminate my greatest obstacle. You, Mechonis, the Mechonis!
Oh my god.
The Bionis!
Bionis moves.
Just the fact that Bionis is moving means thousands must be dying right now. Ricky's little pon and his wife. Oh god.
For this day. Zanza!
Oh wow, that's two lol nopes in one part. Zanza, you're pretty good at this, I've got to admit. No, Tom, stay focused. Remember, people are dying right now. You shouldn't be making jokes. But there's two titans fighting and this is fucking awesome.
As he lives, there can be no peace for us, or for the people of Bionis.
Ha! Then you shall cease to exist. By the wrath of my blade!
Oh wow, the Monado got a god mode upgrade. I bet it deals critical hits like there's no tomorrow.
I'll show you the meaning of wrath! What?
It's finished!
Well, Ego had a good run. Godspeed, you crazy robotic bastard man. Sweet Jesus, another decapitation? Oh, Xenoblade, you're spoiling me right now. This is pretty much just the season premiere of the Zanza fucking owned show. I mean, he's curb stomping everyone. I know he's a god, but he's just showing off right now. God damn.
How could you do this?
Oh yeah, that's right, Shulk's dead. I kind of forgot what was Zanza being glorious and whatnot.
It is from me that all life is born. It lives only for me, and it shall be returned.
Maynef, if you're going to use your godly abilities, now would be the best time, please. Come on, we're about to get sliced in fucking two! There you go, all it takes is the impending death of their nearest friends to make a goddess spring into action.
So you have finally unleashed your Monado.
Oh, what? You mean there really is more than one? Actually, that does kind of make sense. I mean, if the god of the Bionis has one, it would only be logical that the goddess of the Mechonis would have one as well. I wonder what it looks like.
Though we are their creators, their lives are theirs to control. Even if the passage of fate is as you have decided, I will teach you the strength of their will to resist.
Oh fuck yes, I see where this is going. Boss fight time. God versus Goddess. The Bionis versus the Mechonis. Let's fucking rumble. Bring it on.
Zanza, if you choose to deny the existence of every living being but yourself, then I choose to fight.
I'll tell you, it's a good job I've actually been levelling up Fiora's abilities. Otherwise, this would be a bit of a curb stomp battle in Zanza's favour.
This battle is mine, Maynard.
Now this is one of those battles you can't actually win, so don't worry too much about whittling down his health. Attack him, certainly, try and keep him off guard, but just mainly focus on keeping your health up and staying on the move as much as you can. You know, it's funny, she may appear to be weak and dainty, but as I said last time, it's those types of characters that actually end up dealing the most damage. Fiora is actually a very good tank, especially when combined with Dunban. The two can deal crazy amounts of damage. Hell, Fiora's main attack, the drone laser, can deal like 20,000 plus damage per attack. It's amazing. I was wrecking Gogols left, right and centre with that.
We're not getting anywhere. Zero gravity!
Yeah, I know, I'm constantly bagging on status-inducing effects, but really, they can come in very handy. I think the most powerful one in this game, at least in my opinion, is Topple, mostly because it stops enemies from attacking. And really from this point on, if you're not already using status-inducing effects to cripple an enemy, you need to start. Paralysis, Poison, Break and then Topple works wonders on most bosses. Very few are actually resistant to it. Daze, D-A-Z-E, is very good as well, if you can get it working. I think enemies are a bit more resistant to that than Topple though. So yeah, you just gotta play tricky from now on, because the bosses will not give you an inch from here on out, and they will destroy you without a moment's hesitation.
Double blade!
Take this!
See what I mean? 'Twas a hopeless battle. Wasn't too much of an issue though, since I'm over leveled, but if you noticed, that he was actually kind of dealing weak damage anyway. Even if I was around like level 75 or so, it wouldn't have been that much of a problem. That's the thing with hopeless battles, they have to make sure you at least have some chance of winning it, otherwise it would just be completely unfair.
Something wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong. I want to be the one controlling this right now. Dragon Ball Z shenanigans, glowing swords, god on goddess action. Oh man, this would be so fucking awesome to play. But no, we have to watch it. Xenoblade, why must you tease me so?
So that's why. The dead boy is important to you.
Of course he's important. He's the main character. The story can't really progress without him.
They are living beings. If you cannot understand this, you have no right to call yourself a god.
And who decides that? A god? Because only a god may decide.
Whoop whoop, psychotic alert.
The world only needs one god, Maynard. May you rot in that shell for all eternity.
Fiora!
Face me like a god. If not, then say goodbye to your putrid friends!
Wow, and I thought the X strike from Chrono Trigger was impressive. This makes it look like nothing. Oh, come on, Maynard, don't sacrifice yourself, we need you. Only gods can take on other gods, remember? Or main characters, they have a tendency to be able to beat gods. I don't know why. Plot convenience, maybe? Well, in any case, our main character is currently dead, so... yeah, we're pretty much between a rock and a hard place right now.
This is the passage of fate.
Zanza, disappear!
He's gone. And things ain't looking good for us.
Let it begin. The ceremony of destruction and recreation.
And I bet you thought Prison Island wasn't going to be important to the plot anymore. Well, guess what? You thought wrong. Oh my god, that monster. He's trying to force the High Entier to understand every RPG plot in existence at the same time. Zanza, their minds will explode. Stop it.
The Bionis. That light. What's happening now?
Vanea. I'm sorry.
I understand. I always knew it might come to this.
Go, Vanea. Do what you must, while there is still time remaining. All hope is not lost.
No! You must come with me.
I, too, have something that I must do.
There are many library books I must return.
Did to me.
Or when I see Zanza, I'm going to stab him in his omnipotent face.
Brother. Melia?
I understand your feelings. Leave it to us. We know what we must do. We will do all we can for the people of Mechonis.
Now go. Shulk can still be saved. Do not let the last glimmer of hope be extinguished.
Egil. Go in peace.
Well, it's been fun, but I would have to say I enjoyed my time on the Bionis more than I ever did on the Mechonis. Too much metal. Too many endless fields of identical robots and pathways.
Yes.
Good. It still works. The whole place is gonna blow. We must return to Junks via the central factory.
Let's go!
Dun, what about Egil?
He'll fight Zanza to the very end. But we have our part of the bargain. Once he's gone, we're the only ones left.
What about Square Tash? I reckon he could take down Zanza single-handedly.
Goodbye, my brother.
Okay, let's make like a tree and get out of here. If we were on the Bionis, that joke would be hilarious. Okay, Ryan, I apologise, I like you, but you're sitting on the bench for the rest of this game. Okay, let's get out of here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit of a long run back and a little bit dull, if truth be told, so if you want to go off and make a cup of tea or a sandwich or something, that's fine, you won't miss anything. Yeah, it's probably a bit late to be pointing this out, seeing as we won't be coming back, but there is in fact a teleporter under this platform. It leads back into the Mechonis fields, and there is a very, very big Mechon waiting for you there. Well, was waiting. I killed him. I killed him good. You know, it might just be my mind playing tricks on me, but right now this is like the endless staircase in Mario 64. Almost there. Don't worry, there's an interesting part coming up very shortly. It's almost like an apology from the game for making you run back this far. Yeah, sorry for beating the shit out of you, son, but some sacrifices have to be made. Okay, let's get out of here. I have a crippling phobia of dying inside an exploding metal titan.
Stubborn mortals, so desperate to cling to your pathetic lives, even when there is no hope for you!
I know there's no kill like overkill, but really? Swinging your Monado to try and take down a tiny ship? That's just a bit excessive.
Don't you ever give up!
Never. But hear this, Zanza. They will judge me not in life, but death.
Yeah, I'm sure the grieving families of all the Homs you had killed will definitely see it that way. This really hurts. Why didn't I invent a teleport device for this robot? Oh god, there's lasers coming out of every orifice on my robotic body. Ah! Oh, by the way, if you could come back to life at some point and stop Zanza, that would be great. I don't want to have died in vain or anything. And so passes Egil and the Mechonis. One was a genocidal prick who kinda redeemed himself upon death, and the other was a titan with no personality whatsoever. They will be missed. Sort of.
The Mechonis! Egil!
Look starboard!
Which way is starboard again? I always have trouble figuring that one out.
It's Lorithia!
Why does Xenoblade always feel the need to remind the player of what a Lorithia is when one shows up? They don't exactly look like all the other random creatures in the game.
You're not getting away!
Dixon!
Listen, it's over. Time for you all to return to the Bionis. Nice and quietly.
Well, it's funny you should say that. We were trying to sneak our way back into the Bionis. Oh, you mean for us to die, and then our souls go back to Zanza. I get you.
Don't let Zanza control you! Wake up!
You can quit your belly aching. I'm in total control. I've always been like this. Ever since long before any of you lot were born.
I love Dixon's keeping it real pose.
Before we were born?
Now you get it. It's just like Egil said. I'm Lord Zanza's disciple. Dixon of the Trinity!
Side note, that would be an awesome name for a metal band. Give it up for Dixon of the Trinity! Not much to say about this boss, to be honest. It's not that hard. Even if you're like around its level, all it can really do is flail about and shoot lasers here or there. Just keep on the offensive, keep moving, pull off chain attacks whenever you get the chance and it'll go down easily enough. It's kind of disappointing they didn't have Dixon riding the Telethia during this battle, taking pot shots at you and whatnot. I don't know, that might have livened things up a little bit.
Okay, my turn.
See what I mean about Fiora being a tank? That one attack almost did 20,000 damage.
We were amazing.
And that's it. That attack signals the end of the battle. See what I mean? Wasn't hard in the slightest.
You waste of space. Not so tough without Shulk, eh? Stupid beast.
You know, Dixon, there's a very special book called a Thesaurus. You might want to pick one up one of these days and learn some new insults.
A buddy like me to lead them along. Tasted good, didn't they?
Does anyone else find it funny that even in pictorial form, Mumkar is trying to be antisocial? Look, he's just sliding out of the pig.
What? Who was that? Show yourself!
Melia, are you alright?
Brother!
Callian!
Hell yeah, Callian and the cavalry.
He works for the Bionis! He shot Shulk in the back! Is this true? Dixon? This ends here. Your Telethia are no match for our Havres squadron. You cannot win!
Maybe you should be concentrating on your own people instead of barking at me. Looks like you've forgotten your destiny. Right? Lorithia?
Lorithia! Are you involved in this as well?
Are you honestly surprised, Callian? Just look at her. She's evilness incarnate, and a bit of a whore as well.
Your undoing. I had much fun playing with you and your father.
So yeah, if you haven't worked it out yet, Lorithia is another one of the Trinity. Trinity, of course, meaning a group of 3. Who's the third member of the Trinity? Well, you'll just have to wait and see, although most of you have probably figured it out already.
What do you get if you cross high concentrations of ether with high entia?
No, you wouldn't! Lorithia!
Awaken, my darling pets!
Oh my god, they're turning the high entia into jelly. Those fiends. This may be horrific, but hey, look on the bright side. There are worse ways to die than drowning in mint gelatin. That's another pet peeve of mine, to be honest. It's such an olden days kind of thing. Like, calling your dad father, or calling your brother instead of shouting out his actual name.
This is the reason why high entia are born. Do not blame poor old me.
Explain yourself!
It's just like she says. The High Entia are a race created by Lord Zanza to eliminate any annoying life forms in the preparation for the rebirth of the Bionis. Their bodies contain a gene that, when the time comes, transforms them into Telethia.
If that's the case, I wonder what this means for Melia. She's half Homs after all.
It can't be. Say it isn't so.
Melia, it is true. That is why you are our only hope.
Brother?
Whatever. We won't be needing a half-breed like you anyway. I mean, if you don't turn into a Telethia,
I love it when I'm right.
You're gonna get crushed by one. That's the only thing you're good for. Rise up, pets. Do my bidding. Kill your lovely sister.
I have to say, I'm totally on board with this plan of having Telethia Callian murder Melia.
Brother! Just hold on!
sorry. I always placed such a heavy burden on you.
Don't say such things, brother!
But at least I can still shoulder the destiny of our people. The burden meant for you
Brings a tear to my eye.
These moments are to be treasured.
Oh, it's so fun being evil and sarcastic.
How?
Melia! Father's wish and the future of the High Entia are in your hands. Yours and Shulk's.
An incompetent young mage and a dead fella. Yep, the High Entia as a race are about to go extinct.
Dixon!
I got it. Too late. Damn it.
You know, I think I've lost track of the amount of RPGs where a good guy tries to stop the bad guys from hurting the good guys by sacrificing himself. It very rarely works, and I don't think it's going to have any effect here either. We're actually getting pretty close to the end of the game now. Maybe like, ooh, another couple of hours?
Where am I?
That's a good fucking question, Shulk.
Oh.
Is this where we go when we die?
So
Space? That's a bit of a letdown. I was expecting, like, comfy clouds to rest upon for all eternity, not bumpy asteroids.
What was I doing? What was the purpose of my life? No. I've got it wrong. I was never alive.
Oh god, it's that point in the story where the protagonist is doubting himself and goes into a down spiral of angst. Don't worry, that one character who always brings him out of it will turn up soon enough.
Do you want to say pointless?
That voice.
Nobody else can decide that. Only you.
Okay, let's just leave Shulk in purgatory while we check on his corpse. Alvis will sort everything out anyway. He's a great motivational speaker.
Shulk. Here. Mikol made you a wonderful new weapon.
Oh man, that's sweet. It's like a buster blade. What colour is that? Turquoise? Maybe jade? That didn't come off Gaddo, did it? I don't want no second-hand crap going into my wonderful weapon.
Then, let's all go on living.
We've relocated the Hyentia and the Nopon refugees to Colony 6.
Man, something seems so out of place in this scene, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, I know. It's the little midget with the giant pink wig in the background.
Zanza, but we can't leave his body, the Bionis.
Well, this is our home.
Oh, did you need to bring Juju along? Unless he's going to pick up a gun and start firing, he's not going to be much use to us here. Although I have to admit, that would be pretty funny to see. Just him going all out against the Lorithia with like a pea shooter or something.
If they ever do transform, I will be among them. If that time comes, you know what to do.
Are you sure?
Everyone is obliged to accept their fate.
No way! There's no way Callian would leave the fate of the Hyentia to you if that was going to happen.
Precisely. And Melia, if we are to survive, we must fight Zanza and the Telethia. It may not be the case with all of them, but a large number of Telethia were once Hyentia. Your subjects and your brethren.
I am prepared for that. Even if it means harming my brethren, it is for the protection of the survivors. That is the final wish of my father and brother. I will fight to free the souls.
Man, that wig is just everywhere in this scene. Should have made it a party member.
All your strength in the fight ahead.
How's Shulk?
He's going to make it.
Oh, that's good then. We just need to buy him a new soul. I think Asda's having a half price sale on them right now, actually.
Okay.
Linada is tending to him now. Fiora?
He won't wake up. It's like his consciousness has sunk to the bottom of a cold, dark lake.
Or, you know, space.
But he doesn't respond.
Zanza's gonna pay for this.
What if the Telethia attack?
Then we'll have to fight without Shulk. That's why we've strengthened our defenses.
That weapon I made should come in handy as well.
You know, and it just occurred to me, why is he so fat? The Machina are a part machine, right? I'm assuming they don't eat the same things Homs do, so do you just have a diet of really rich oil or something? Or maybe the villagers just stuffed him full of batteries and he acts as the generator for the village.
It is
Who
Zanza's
knows?
will that the Telethia return us to the body from whence we came. Whether we die of old age or in battle, we all eventually return to the Bionis. We cannot escape this fate. Am I wrong?
You've got it backwards, man. Just because he thinks it doesn't make it so. We decide whether to keep living or not.
I agree. Even though he's our creator, that doesn't afford him the right to take our lives on a whim.
But that is the thinking of a Homs. He is a god. Such morals cannot apply to gods.
Now you may think Alphys is being a tad harsh and a little bit of a contrarian here, but trust me, there is a reason for his anal retentive level of logic right here. What is it? Well, I can't say without spoiling something.
We'll never stop fighting. Not till the end.
To Zanza, the outcome is the same. Thus your logic is flawed.
It ain't the outcome that's important. It's the will to fight back.
Even if you die in vain.
Well, you could argue if you're fighting for a reason, then death is never in vain. Oh, that's a bit deep.
Stop this. There's no point fighting amongst ourselves.
Fiora?
Sorry. I need to go and get some air.
Game, I see where you're going with this. You're going to force me to play as Melia again, aren't you? I just know it. Yep, I know it. Oh well, let's just go get this over with. Go have a chat with Fiora, comfort her and whatnot. But first, maybe a little bit of shopping to help me on my way. Okay, we picked up a few fancy knickknacks and doodads. Let's continue. Oh, I remember this guy. The side quest he gives you is related to a secret door behind a waterfall in Tephra Cave. And sadly, I've never actually been able to find the key, so I won't be able to show off that secret area in this playthrough. And also, once you reach this point in the game, there's actually another area in Tephra Cave that opens up that you can just walk straight into. But you might want to be careful, because it is full of level 90 and above monsters. So I also won't be going there, but for reasons of cowardice. You know, it just occurred to me, if it's forcing me to play as Melia, there's a good chance it may be forcing me to take on a few enemies with her as well. So just give me a moment to rearrange and level up her arts and whatnot. It's been a while, obviously. I'm not really very happy with having to play as Melia for, what is it, the second time now, but at least she'll be able to hold her own if a battle comes our way. Let's continue. Now, if I recall correctly, the arrow is actually pointing to the area just outside where we exited the mines. You know, that place where Metalface confronted us with a whole pack of Zords, and then Dunban ran down that cliff like a boss. Good times. Man, I've invested so much time and money into Colony 6, and there are still areas that look like a barren wasteland. Would be nice if Afaron and Juju sent out people to find the collectibles for me. The money I can handle, it's the collectibles I need like an FAQ to find. Been a while since I've heard the Guar Plains theme. Such a good track. It's like got a real adventurous feel to it. I don't like it as much as the theme of Colony 9, but it's a beautiful track in its own right. Damn, I love blue skies in video games. That's not really relevant to what's going on, just thought I'd point it out.
Fiora, are you alright?
Guess I wasn't hiding it well. I didn't want to worry anyone.
It's kind of funny that she says that because it's implying that she hasn't actually told anyone about how her condition has been affecting her, but there's actually a heart-to-heart in Junks, I believe, between her and Dunban, where she discusses the downsides of having a robotic body, like not being able to spend the rest of her days with Shulk and the others due to them dying of old age, I believe it was. And of course there's the fact that she can't eat, which is one of the basic human functions. God, I'd be pissed if I lost my ability to eat. A life without Doritos is a life not worth thinking about.
Was that the Monado that Zanza took from Mechonis? Will your body cease to function?
I'll be fine for now. There's still some stored energy left.
But then what?
Melia, if I ever... Please take care of Shulk.
Don't talk like that. How can you ask me such a thing?
Yeah, I mean, Shulk x Melia doesn't even make any sense. That's kind of like a one-sided relationship there. Melia likes Shulk, but Shulk hasn't really shown any interest in liking Melia. You know what? I'm going to stop talking about this shipping nonsense, because once you go down that particular rabbit hole, brother, you ain't ever coming out.
Will you tell him?
No. He worries too much anyway.
He does worry. It's just like him.
Well, it's hilarious how all the other characters pick on Shulk and think he's like weak and codependent and whatnot. I know they're only saying it in a sweet way and that they actually care about him, but it's funny just to see a protagonist in an RPG being thought of by his friends this way.
Maybe I don't have much time left, but at least I can be with Shulk for a little while longer.
Do you feel that strongly for him?
Yes. That's why I'll fight on, and help him in any way I can. Let's get back. Everyone will start worrying.
Yes, you are right.
God knows if we're out here alone together any longer, they'll start shipping us together.
Melia, can you keep it secret from the others?
You do not want them to worry. I admire your strength.
Maybe I'll tell him. But only when the time is right.
You know, for example, when he finally wakes up and isn't just a lifeless corpse.
I'm nothing compared to her.
A siren!
Fiora, Let's hurry back.
Okay.
Well, so much for character development. Sounds like the plot's calling. Let's do this. Well, Melia, our time together has been wonderful, but unfortunately I don't like you, so you're going back on the bench. You know, this run back is slightly less dramatic than I had envisioned. You know what? I'm not sure there even is an emergency. You watch, this will turn out to be some guy who just fell asleep on watch and hit his head on the alarm button or something. Well, if we're being called back to junks, it must be a long range for at any rate.
That siren! Is that?
Lorithia! A horde of them are approaching!
Let's move!
Gotcha!
I'm going too.
But Shulk needs you!
I know, but I can't just stay here. What if something happened to you? What would I tell Shulk when he wakes up?
Fiora, are you sure?
Oh, now you decide to skip out all the running back and whatnot. Typical. I've been itching to bring down some more Lorithia. And yes, Melia, I know they're like your family and friends. That doesn't change how I feel.
That's right. Glad to see me.
Shut up!
Looks like that high-end tier's big bro died for nothing.
But I can't believe I looked up to Dixon and he turned out to be such a douche.
You'll meet him soon enough. You might even be reborn if you return to Lord Zanza. Who knows? He might be your boyfriend in the next life.
Oh, that's fucking sick. You've gone beyond being a douche. Now you're just creepy. You know, before I was going to go easy on you, but when your boss battle rolls around, buddy, you are getting the shit kicked out of you. Oh, that's fucking nasty.
It's my decision.
And we're back in space. Man, this game's all over the place right now, plot-wise.
Zanza and Meyneth must use a being they created as a physical host. They cannot exist forever as mere souls.
Really? I'm sure a lot of other gods managed to get by with a non-corporeal form.
So that they may continue to exist. It is for this reason that its existence and future is in their hands. This is the passage of fate.
Man, you sure do love talking about fate and being all enigmatic, don't you, Albus? There's more to you than meets the eye, and no mistake.
And through this, Zanza maintains the existence of this world.
Our destruction was always inevitable. Everything we did was meaningless.
Are you certain? It was his will to revive you and use you as a host. Taking the Monado from Meyneth, doing with the world as he wishes. Everything was as he decided. But why is it that Zanza now wishes to destroy you?
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's because he's an omnipotent, genocidal prick.
He in fact has no choice but to do it.
Or, you know, the fate thing. Let's go with that.
If he does not, he risks his entire existence.
And we're the source of that risk. But why?
It is a marvel to exist outside the passage of fate. The lives created by Zanza and Meyneth inevitably attempt to escape, the passage of fate. This signifies the beginning of their destruction. Meyneth accepted this and entrusted the future of this world to you.
Might be a real bitch if Shulk just got blindsided by one of those asteroids while they're having this chat. Man, Alvis, that is interesting. Tell me more about fate. Oh, god damn it.
Saved the lives of those destined to die.
Well, you let the Emperor die right in front of you, and Gado kinda sacrificed himself. But yeah, besides that, your successes outweigh your failures.
Nothing that exists is perfect. It is a sad truth, but you can learn from it and begin the journey on a new path. Not Zanza's path, but one that you forge yourselves.
Our own path.
So, decide, Shulk. Will you walk the path laid out by Zanza, or will you walk a new path? The Monado awaits you.
Oh, is this what you meant by finding my own Monado? That I just have to learn to be an independent individual? Man, this is a really convoluted way of teaching someone a life lesson.
Going to be. If I'd wanted to walk the predetermined path, I wouldn't have come this far. Even with the odds stacked against us, even though I can't see the future, I'll keep walking. My own path, that I decide. Fiora, Rhine, Dunban, Sharla, Melia, Ricky.
Dragonzord! Oh, sorry, force of habit.
Well then, you must defy fate to succeed.
Oh, is that all? Would you like me to swallow the sun while I'm at it?
And follow a new path.
Alvis, are you?
You already know. You know what I am.
Trust me, this is just a massive troll. I had my fears and they turned out to be completely wrong when I found out exactly who or what he was. An RPG character using the power of light to escape from a dark place? I have never heard of this happening before, Kingdom Hearts 2 Door to the Light. Man, we must have been inside Shulk's vision for quite a while. Now it seems like the Lorithia have teamed up with English weather to destroy Dunban and co.
Right. We can't let them get any further.
You know the drill. Take them down.
Oh yeah.
Melia, I could have sworn I ordered you to the bench. Yeah, just for a nice little change of pace, I think I'm going to play as Dunban. You know how I feel about tanking. He fits those requirements to a T, and looks fabulous while doing so. Man, I love that combo. I used it so much during chain attacks, I've pretty much got the timing down pat now. And it deals so much damage, it's amazing. You know, I'm so over-leveled right now, I actually kind of feel sorry for these Lorithia. But as I continue to mow them down, that's a feeling that passes quite quickly. And now, Dixon, it's time for you to get yours.
If only Shulk was here! We're dead meat without the Monado!
Oh, I don't know, Juju. Maybe once they see you firing at them with that pea-shirt, they'll die of laughter.
More space between Zanza and us, the better.
If Ryan's got time to sound off, we must be doing okay.
Ha! Was that Cure around? I love it when they use in-game mechanics in cutscenes. It's like in Birth by Sleep when Mickey uses Cure.
Right. We've chosen to fight the Bionis. We have to manage on our own.
So essentially you're trying to fight the world that you live on. I think you'll have better luck whittling down a mountain to dust using a feather.
If they can't even handle a few Lorithia, how do they expect to defeat me?
Oh, that's tough talk coming from the hippie sitting up there on his magical glowing dragon. Come down here and face me, you Hulk Hogan wannabe.
Fiora! Are you okay?
I just overdid it. Fiora!
I'm okay. I can still fight.
Why are you bothering to try and cover it up? Go on, just admit you've had enough.
Never!
Look out!
Lots of dino beasts.
It truly seems as though everything is going as Zanza planned. But our hearts and minds, they still hold the will to seize our own destiny. No matter how hard you try to break us, the future is ours to shape, Dixon. Always!
When will you learn you have no future? Face it! Your destiny is to die here!
Shulk in the motherfucking house. Oh my god, he's grind killing that Lorithia. That is so awesome.
Thank goodness you're here!
Damn kid! So you're still alive! Attack! Destroy them! Ah!
What? That was awesome! Sorry for worrying you all.
Shulk. Welcome back.
Fiora.
Little brat. What's he gonna done now? Time for me to get my hands dirty.
Shulk, look out!
Huh?
Oi, kid. It's about time for your final lesson.
Dixon!
Show me what you've got. You think you've got the power to oppose Lord Zanza? Let's see how you do against me.
Alright Shulk, let's get you back in the driver's seat. Dumban, take a well-deserved rest. It's time for the true Monado wielder to take the reins and beat some sense into Dixon. Now the fight hasn't actually changed much since last time, although obviously you get to control Shulk this time around. So keep on the move, use your Monado arts to support your teammates and deal damage with the Buster whenever you can, and this thing will go down in no time at all.
Alright, I'm feeling it. We can definitely do this.
Of course you can always count on a boss to be a buzzkill when you're trying to unleash your Monado arts. It doesn't help that Monado Twister has a really long wind-up time either. I probably could have got away with using Buster there, but oh well. Kind of a weird musical segue there. Went back to Guar Plains. I wonder if they meant for it to do that.
That brat. How could he read my movements? What the hell's going on?
Does Dixon not know about Shulk's ability to have visions? You kind of expect him to, considering it's Zanza's ability and Zanza is his boss and all.
I could see it.
Now that I think about it, Zanza flat out said that he had a vision. Come on, Dixon, you're slipping, man.
From within.
Nice one! Looks like we're back in business. Bunch of ingrates. Oi! Stop hiding and get yourself out here. I don't appreciate being left to do all the hard work. Alvis? What? It can't be.
Oh, don't act surprised. You should have seen this coming from the beginning.
Yeah. Another one of Lord Zanza's faithful. One of the Trinity.
No! How can he be one of them?
Alvis! Is this the only reason you served under my family? You traitor!
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that Alvis was the seer for the royal family. Man, Alchemov seems so long ago now.
Leave it. It doesn't matter what he is. That doesn't change anything at all.
Have you figured out which side Alvis is on yet?
Alvis.
He and Shulk seem to be on good terms, so there is that. But is he good or is he evil? I'm not telling.
The Lorithia! He's...
Just another one of Zanza's lapdogs.
Get ready, everyone.
Show them no mercy.
As you wish. Let us see that will to survive.
Gladly. Let's rumble. Don't worry, this thing's not much tougher than the other Lorithia we just fought. Standard tactics apply here. Wait on it until it dies. Okay, not exactly standard tactics. We're taking this guy down so hard it's embarrassing, really. Man, this guy just can't buy a break. Not only are his attacks all missing, but I'm about to chain attack his ass to death. Ugh, guess it's a good job I did this quickly. Any other way would just have been cruel.
You cannot escape. Got it. Not bad. Just like old times. All right, I'm feeling it. Born in the world of strife. Against the odds. Freaky done that. Blossom dance.
Scratch 1 retardedly easy to Lorithia. Now let's see what Alvis has to say for himself.
That all you got? Not so tough without your pet, are ya? I'll show you the will to survive!
Denied!
Meddling kids.
And your little Ricky too. Yeah.
To fight. It is time to decide. What do you say? Does this world belong to you or to Zanza? Well,
either way's good with me. But I wonder what Zanza would say about it.
He desires the same. And he sees everything. As you see, Shulk.
I enjoy taking lines out of context. Essentially, Zanza is Santa Claus right now. Shulk as well.
Get back here!
You understand, don't you, Shulk?
Yeah. You can bet on it.
We'll be waiting.
We'll be on our best behavior.
And we will be the best guests you ever had.
Ah, that's quite a good comeback.
For a stupid beast. Seriously, how can they hear each other so clearly? I mean, they're getting further and further away, and the stormy weather must be drowning them out somewhat.
I'm trembling. Me. Stupid meddling kid. After all these years, I never thought the day would come when I would feel fear.
Well, I promise you this, Dixon, by the end of our battle you'll be feeling a lot more than just fear. Bruising, concussions, internal bleeding. Take your pick. I'll deliver 'em all.
Dunban, have you seen Fiora? I have. She said she was going out to get some air.
Man, Fiora's been getting a lot of fresh air lately. Maybe something's wrong with her, is what they would say if they weren't constrained by typical RPG cliches. Oh well, at least Shulk's being proactive.
Fiora, here you are.
Oh, Shulk.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. It's so peaceful. It's hard to believe that we defeated a horde of Lorithia just minutes ago.
Zanza wants to finish us all, so he can make the vision he's had come true. We're in the calm before the storm.
They'll be back, won't they? The Lorithia. To remove us all from this world.
I won't let that happen. Whatever the future holds, we can never give in. Not to Zanza. No, not even to our destiny.
That's the Shulk we know and love. Positive, upbeat, not angsted by an asteroid somewhere in deep space.
Why would he side with Zanza? Power? Or maybe he wants to live forever?
Who knows? But I don't think his motives are that simple. I'm sure Alvis has some kind of plan.
He does give off that kind of impression, yeah.
Otherwise, why would he speak to me in my dreams?
He spoke to you in your dreams?
Man, I can already picture the fanfiction that will come out of that scenario. Ugh. Let's just say asteroid will take on a whole nother meaning.
Shulk? You wanted to speak to me about something.
Oh, that's right. Lenada's looking for you. She wants to examine you. She's back at Junk's.
Wait, aren't you already on Junk's? That's kind of a weird way to say she's just waiting for you inside.
I need a few minutes to myself.
Okay, no problem. Take your time.
Thank you. What can I do? If I go to see Leonarda, she'll find out what's happening to my body. I need to come up with a good excuse. Please, let me be with Shulk just a little bit longer.
Well, this is so tragic. It's actually genuinely moving.
Zanza is inside the Bionis. I just know it.
Dixon must be there as well.
Yes, and Alvis too.
That's all good, but how do we get to them? If they're inside the Bionis, we're gonna need to dig a pretty big hole.
How long that take? Ricky get old soon.
Well, Ricky is like 40 or so. I guess that is technically old. Then again, maybe Nopons age differently to Homs in High Entia.
It's the wound made by Egil's final attack.
Then that means...
Yes. While the Allied force keeps the Lorithia busy, you can sneak inside that wound and take out Zanza.
Man, that's so convenient to the plot, it just might work. I guess Egil made good on his promise to redeem himself. I will remember him in death, punching a hole into another Titan's chest. What a boss.
Unyielding will to survive.
The suffering of my people will not be in vain. The crimes against our friends will not go unpunished.
Shulk!
Ready. We go to the Bionis chest. We will free our world from Zanza's curse.
Oh yeah, baby, the end is near. Please join me next time for the final part of Xenoblade Chronicles. See you then.